Welcome back everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and today we're dealing with another seasonal championship. This one's called Power Couple, so we're going to be in A-class cars from Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes-AMG. Not quite sure why they split them up on these games, but regardless, yeah, should be a fun seasonal championship because both manufacturers do really rather well in terms of their cars, so yeah, I enjoy quite plenty of them. So yeah, we're going to be starting out on the Mexico circuit. Moving on from there, so let's see what we're going to be in and where we're going to be racing. It's going to be up in the main town, and then one up in the hills, and then obviously this Mexico circuit. So yeah, we've got a nice choice of cars really, saloons, coupes, sports cars, hatchbacks. So yeah, we've got the E63S from Mercedes-AMG, which is pretty potent in terms of horsepower and torque. Same with the GT 4-door coupe, although it's a lot... No, it's not actually any heavier really, even though it looks a lot bulkier. But it is not quite as good in terms of handling or braking, as you can see. Then we've got the GTS, which is a fairly decent sports car. Then the C63S coupe, which is a really rather nice coupe. Then we've got the trucks, which I'm not really that fussed about. Then the A45, which is a pretty potent hot hatchback. The engine out of this apparently is going to be used in the Lotus Emira, which in a smaller engine, less powerful version over the V6. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what that engine can do in that car. Then we've got the Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, basically a lesser version of the other E-Class that we've just seen. Then we've got the C63, which I really rather enjoy. And then the SLK 55. Not my favourite version of the SLK, but it's still a pretty damn good one. So yeah, we're going to start off with the C63 because it's one of my favourite ones here. So yeah, 510 horsepower, weighs a fair bit, but still 510 horsepower is quite a lot. Really good handling and braking, the speed is decent, but yeah, the acceleration could be better, and so could the launch, but yeah, hopefully it'll do well, considering it's more of a track orientated vehicle than some of the other ones. And obviously we're starting out on a track, it should do well here. I presume it wouldn't do as well on, say, a point-to-point or a more city-based track, but it should hopefully do well here. Especially since I've given it the aero package, with the front parts of the splitter at the front, and then the rear spoiler. That's these extremely large racing trucks though. Easily done though. Even though they have an immense amount of grip, they won't have the acceleration past 100 that I do. Chased by a Night Rider version of the Pontiac Trans Am that they used. a truck version of the Night Rider vehicle, should I say. Surprisingly, a truck is in first place ahead of the A45. Oh dear, I seem to be looking behind me too much and not realising that this car's quite a slidey thing. Yeah, for a car that weighs as much as this does and only has 510 horsepower, it's pretty nippy in terms of acceleration at least. With the aero package, it's pretty good in terms of the handling as well. Can't beat a V8 power A45. Lean on that truck and its door mirrors. Yeah, even with the aero package, this is a little bit on the oversteer side at the lower speeds. Just has that much torque from its V8 engine that it's easy to spin up the tyres. Surprised that truck is still in second. Definitely recommend putting these this aero package on this car if you're going to use this in this game, and you want to keep it mostly stock, or stock completely, because this was a stock option. Definitely does improve the car when it comes to handling. Obviously it limits the top speed a bit. This is still far from a slow car at the top end. Truck is still holding off that hatchback. Love the sound of this engine as well. Before Mercedes-Benz started using turbocharging. But there we go. Properly comfortable win there. Guess no surprise, given it's a more track-orientated vehicle, and we were clearly on a track. Yeah, did that truck come in second? It seems so, yeah. And even one came in fourth. Which is, yeah, really rather good. Obviously, they are the Forza edition version, and as you can see, the proper racing trucks are way down. But, yeah, like, it's still impressive from a truck nonetheless to come second, and then another one in fourth. The A-Class came in third, and then an E63 came in fifth. So, yeah, all good placings from the competition there, but nonetheless, let's get on to the second race and see if we can do just as well. Right, we're on a more tight and twisting circuit this time, so we're going to go for the A-Class purely because it is the smallest vehicle here, or at least pretty much the smallest vehicle here, but it's definitely the lightest, as you can see, compared to everything else. So, yeah, and it's hardly down on power, still 355 horsepower, all-wheel drive, so it's going to kick out the corners. Yeah, it's the lowest on the, overall class, but yeah, I'm confident this will do well. So yeah, handling wise, it's pretty good. It's only really down on the braking. Acceleration and speed are pretty good as well. So yeah, hopefully this will do well. It came in third in the previous race, despite being more of a circuit-based track. So I feel that this here, with a lot more tight corners, and it's a lot more it's a lot shorter in terms of how long it is. It will hopefully prove well, especially against some bigger cars that we're going up against. The bigger, heavier cars we're going up against as well. Looks like it's a little damp as well, so that's going to help us. We've got the all-wheel drive system. The best brakes in this, unfortunately, but I think the power will make up for it. So they pull well up a hill, so that's good. You can see the amount of torque that this has and the lack of weight in comparison to the other vehicles is reason behind that. Dive up the inside over past the truck. Good. It's got a saloon and a coupe by the looks of it ahead of us. Easily get past the E-Class. pass from the, well, get a pass, should I say, from the outside. I knew this would do well. No, it's not by any means my favourite Mercedes, my favourite AMG Mercedes, but it's still a pretty good car. This engine will do really well in a Lotus, that's for sure. Just even lighter than this. And a win. Pretty solid win there. Came just behind us. The C63 came in second, and the E63 in third, and then the truck in fourth. So the trucks did not do as well in that one, which I guess is no surprise given it's a lot of it was a far tighter circuit, and yeah, nowhere near as open as the Mexico circuit was. So yeah, and we were the only one on the 3 minutes as well overall. So yeah, fairly good there. And yeah, that all importantly gives us the 20 points, so now we're at 8 points ahead of second, and 12 points ahead against third. So yeah, got a good lead, but it can all unravel in the third and final race. Let's see what happens. Right, so this third and final race is a point-to-point race, so I feel big power, and yeah, from big cars. Now I am tempted by the C63S, it's one of my favourite Mercedes-Benz going. It looks great and the engine is really rather good. But then there's also the GTS, which has the same power, a little bit less in the way of torque, but as you can see it weighs less, and the handling and the braking are far superior. But then you've also got your likes of the E63, which has even more power, even more torque, a lot more in the way of weight, but yeah, the handling isn't quite as good. But as you can see, the acceleration and the launch are better. Same with the GT4 really. But I think, yeah, I think the GTS is the compromise, or a good compromise at least. So, yeah, really good braking, launch, and handling and speed. Acceleration is slightly down, but yeah, I still feel it's going to do well. So, yeah, let's hope and pray that's the case, really. Because if we come, I think, any lower than 4th, then we're going to lose this championship. So, yeah, need to do well. Oh, looks like we're getting into a sandstorm as well. Helpful? Not. Well, hopefully this does not hinder our visibility too much. Pretty fast start to this race. Oh dear, that C63 did not have the handling that I do. Expected to stop that quickly. Coming through. Oh, maybe not. No, slightly. Ooh, slidey car. Coming from a lightweight hot hatchback with all-wheel drive to a far more powerful rear-wheel drive sports car is a little bit jarring, but I'm getting the hang of it eventually. In front is an SOK with an aftermarket wing on the rear. Why this has less torque than the C-Class version that has this engine. So it's a bit silly for that to be the case. When it's up hills, it's not quite as good. But we get around the SOK eventually. the biggest lead that we've had in this championship, but a win is a win regardless. But it wasn't quite as easy as, say, the first race, or in some regard the second race. And a train of vehicles there in a row. But yeah, still, that was a pretty fun race. That wasn't a decent championship as well. Again, as usual, though, the whole reason to do these championships is to get the points towards getting whatever car is for 20 points. And that is currently the Audi RS4 Avant, I think it is, I can't remember now. But yeah, regardless, yeah, that's 60 points, and that means we're 12 points ahead of the SLK and 20 points ahead of the Mercedes-Benz truck there from the Forza edition. So yeah, all in all, pretty fun, and yeah, I would have preferred a bit more variety in terms of the cars, or the cars that we could have chosen from, and maybe from other manufacturers, because yeah, I don't really quite see the point of splitting Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes-AMG up. But regardless, yeah, fun championship, and yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. But yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.